In the first two videos in this series on the defense spending boom, we looked at why defense spending is rising and how the traditional defense giants are positioned to benefit. This video will describe the rise of a new generation of defense technology companies built around AI, software, drones, autonomy, satellites, and data analytics, rather than traditional weapons platforms. The Pentagon increasingly believes future wars will require faster innovation, lower cost systems, real-time intelligence, and the ability to adapt quickly as battlefield conditions change. That shift is creating opportunities for companies such as SpaceX, Palantir, Anduril, Shield AI, Rocket Labs, and others. This video will examine why the Pentagon is changing its strategy, which companies are emerging as new defense leaders, and what this could mean for investors. The United States still possesses enormous traditional military power, but much of it is built around large, expensive platforms. For example, the U.S. military has 1,700 Air Force fighter attack aircraft, 11 aircraft carriers, 14 ballistic missile submarines, 52 attack guided missile submarines, 85 cruisers and destroyers, and 32 amphibious assault and transport ships. These platforms are expensive, difficult to replace quickly, and not always well suited for wars requiring mass, speed, and fast adaptation. Rapid changes in technology and in the way that wars are fought mean that while these traditional platforms are still essential, they're no longer enough. For decades, the Pentagon relied mainly on a small group of large defense contractors to build America's most important weapons systems. But many of the technologies now reshaping warfare are being developed outside the traditional defense industry. Artificial intelligence, software, autonomy, drones, satellites, and data analytics are coming largely from the commercial technology sector. That forced the Pentagon to begin looking beyond the traditional prime contractors and toward Silicon Valley. In 2015, the Pentagon created the Defense Innovation Unit, or DIU, to build a bridge between the military and commercial technology companies. DIU was designed to help the Pentagon identify promising technologies and move them into military use more quickly. The creation of DIU was an early sign that the Pentagon understood that innovation was increasingly occurring outside the traditional defense industry. It also marked the beginning of a much closer relationship between the Pentagon and Silicon Valley. In 2017, the Pentagon launched Project Maven to use artificial intelligence to analyze the enormous volume of video and imagery collected by drones and surveillance systems. The basic problem was simple. The military was collecting more data than human analysts could process. Project Maven showed that AI was no longer just a commercial technology. It was becoming a military technology as well. The 2018 National Defense Strategy marked a major turning point in U.S. defense policy. It shifted the Pentagon's focus away from counterterrorism and toward great power competition, especially with China. China's rapid military modernization made speed, technology, industrial capacity, and innovation much more urgent. As the competition with China intensified, AI, autonomy, semiconductors, satellites, and advanced manufacturing all became national security priorities. In 2021, the National Security Commission on Artificial Intelligence warned that AI would transform warfare. The commission argued that the United States was not moving fast enough to adopt AI across the government and the military. It called for much faster use of commercial technology, more investment in AI infrastructure, and closer cooperation with the private sector. In 2022, the Pentagon announced the Office of Strategic Capital to help finance technologies important to national security. The idea was that many promising defense tech companies struggle to obtain enough capital to scale production. The Office of Strategic Capital reflects a major change in thinking. The Pentagon is not only buying weapons, it's also trying to shape the industries that produce them. This is important because it shows that capital allocation is becoming part of the national security strategy. The war in Ukraine has demonstrated that drones, commercial satellites, software, electronic warfare, and rapid adaptation are already changing the battlefield. Small drones have been used for surveillance, targeting, attacks, and battlefield coordination. Commercial technology has become deeply embedded in military operations. Ukraine made clear that future wars will require mass, speed, flexibility, and constant technological adaptation. In 2023, the Pentagon announced the Replicator Initiative to accelerate the deployment of thousands of autonomous systems. Replicator reflected a shift away from relying only on a small number of extremely expensive platforms. The goal is to create lower-cost systems that can be produced and deployed at much greater scale. This directly supports the rise of companies focused on drones, autonomy, AI pilots, and software-defined warfare. In 2024, the Pentagon released the National Defense Industrial Strategy, acknowledging serious weaknesses in America's defense industrial base. The strategy called for greater production capacity, stronger supply chains, more innovation, and faster adoption of commercial technology. It also recognized that America may not be prepared to produce enough weapons quickly in a prolonged great power conflict. The NDIS helps explain why the Pentagon is now looking for new suppliers, new manufacturing methods, and new sources of innovation. Last year, President Trump issued an executive order on modernizing defense acquisitions and spurring innovation in the defense industrial base. The order called for faster procurement, less bureaucracy, greater use of commercial technology, and stronger domestic production capacity. As the Pentagon directs more spending toward AI, autonomy, commercial technology, and industrial revitalization, the Silicon Valley challengers are likely to capture a growing share of future defense spending. This table shows the timeline of the Pentagon's shift toward Silicon Valley, as discussed above. As the Pentagon reassessed the future of warfare, it began translating these strategic ideas into concrete programs and institutional changes. New priorities, such as AI, autonomy, software, and space, were no longer just theoretical concepts or policy recommendations. They began influencing how the Pentagon spends money, which technologies it buys, and which kinds of companies it works with. That transition is now creating major new opportunities for the Silicon Valley challengers. The Space Force was created in 2019 because the United States concluded that space had become a critical domain of warfare. The Space Force is a very small branch in terms of personnel, with roughly 15,000 people, but it controls a budget of $40 billion. It's responsible for satellites, GPS, missile warning, military communications, space surveillance, and space domain awareness. The growth of the Space Force helps explain why companies such as SpaceX, Rocket Lab, Planet Labs, and Black Sky have become increasingly important to national security. So this table shows budget and personnel by branch of the U.S. military. The Army has a budget of $185 billion. It employs